For me, the Make a Difference program is effective,
intense,
genuine,
inspiring,
empowering,
a meaningful experience.
Good morning, everybody. When you're ready, come in. Great to see you all again. The desire to build a network of confident and creative individuals who are prepared to take leadership, that was one of the driving forces around creating the Make a Difference program. 10 years ago, the directors of OUCRU invited me to put together a 2-year program that would include leadership skills and skills around being personally effective.
I remember when we had to give a presentation in front of the class. Rob set up a camera in the corner of the room to record us, and then we gave the presentation, and our colleagues would critique us, and then later we would sit one-on-one with Rob and go over the presentation together. The experience was really difficult. At first, watching the video of yourself presenting, you analyze every movement. It makes you aware of the habits you tend to fall into. You can build upon the strengths. You can adjust the weaknesses. Overall, it makes you a much more effective communicator.
The core of the Make a Difference program has a lot of lessons that have been valuable to me that I've gained from many years of coaching leaders in international organizations, my work with a London-based consultancy, Maynard Lee Associates, and my early life as a professional actor and leading my own theatre company in the UK.
I would describe Making a Difference program as empowering. It made me realize that my voice matters and confidence is a choice.
I've got 10 cards. Think about confidence on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to ask you all to pick a card. You are going to behave in this networking situation according to the number on your card.
I'm sort of quiet person, kind of introvert, and Making a Difference program has not changed that. But I feel confident in raising my opinion, negotiating with others, and being the bridge between my team and the external teams.
Alongside the management and leadership theory that we're focusing on, I'm also paying a lot of attention to my experience from the creative work in theatre, and how this translates is bringing a lot of exercises that are physical, communication-based, role-playing, and the purpose of introducing these exercises is to remind participants of some key principles of what works in terms of building supportive relationships and collaborative working in the workplace.
I like the program is delivered within 2 years like a span, because in that way I can feel the difference when I joined the program for the first time until the day now. I can sense whether I make an improvement from the moment I start joining the program. A lot of things happen during those times in myself, and I guess it gave impact for my surrounding. Make a Difference program showed me there are a lot of leadership styles. At the beginning, I thought that some leadership style is not appropriate to be used. Now I understand those leadership styles actually work for some certain condition. In that way, I need to adapt to give solutions from the problem that I face.
For me, the quality of our communication is absolutely essential. So what we're trying to do is increase the emotional intelligence of all our participants, and that means helping them be more aware, be more sensitive, be more confident in the way they communicate.
Before becoming a data manager, I was a disaster and emergency responder, and I thought I knew what it's like to be a leader, be strong and commanding. When the Make a Difference programs gave us the opportunity to meet the guest speaker or leaders, they also honestly sharing their experience, how they handled difficulties, and then how they open to their teams and get support from them. This is the things that I would like to learn from them and adopt to my teams, where I can build my connection with my teams and then also getting closer with them and gain trust from them by sharing my difficulties and open to my team. It doesn't make me weak, but it makes me humans, because I don't want to be a person that seems untouchable. I don't want that. And since then, I become closer and gain more trust from my team.
Over the last 10 years, we've brought together diverse groups of people from across the network of OUCRU, and that's included scientists, support staff, clinicians, data analysts, grants officers, and more. And all of these people are at different stages in their careers, and of course they have different goals, but they also have very unique personal stories and very valuable experience to share with us.
I think to develop myself into an international scientist, apart from good at research, communicate well is a must, especially when speaking at international conferences or when I have to convince my funders. I often feel nervous when I have to give a presentation, especially in front of a large audience. But when I come to the training programs, I realize that presentation is not about me. It's about the audience and how do I want the audience feels or act after my presentation. To overcome the challenges, I think good preparations and rehearsals is important. I also create a lot of opportunities for myself to present at meetings and conferences in Vietnam and also in other countries, for example in UK, in Singapore, in Thailand, in Nepal, whenever I can.
The Make a Difference program for me is more than just a knowledge. It's created connection and create a community beyond the professional relationships. For example, after one particular workshop, I flew back to Hanoi and went straight into the emergency room. I had incubating dengue all entire the workshop. Everybody called to check on me, Rob, the participants, the support staff, and that made me touch. When thinking back, I realized that my self-determination made me forget my self-care in that instance. The lesson here is being able to achieve as much as possible, but at the same time need to take care of yourself and care for others.
Years ago, I was first promoted to a leader position when I was a normal employee. In the beginning, I feel a little bit struggle because I need to change the relationship with my current teammate from a current employee to a leader position. I would like to gain their respect as well as to gain the authority toward my teammate.
We learn better when we are having fun. So we try and make the program very interactive, very experiential, and then we follow up each module. We follow up the learning with one-to-one coaching sessions, so we're able to embed that learning for each person.
After every class, we have one-on-one coaching with the coach. In this section, I will bring my current issue that I'm facing. He will not solve it. Instead, we will try to analyze the different leadership styles so that I can choose the most appropriate style that can best approach for my situation. Step by step, I get to understand more about different kinds of leadership style, and I can flexibly apply it in different situations. And I finally gain the respect from my team member, as well as I can have my own authority with my leadership position. In the same time, I can find out more of the way of the senior position in the unit on how they apply the leadership style in their work.
I have been given a lot of opportunities to develop myself, and now I want to give the same opportunity for my team members. If I can join them, I will. Otherwise, I can send them to other collaborators in the UK or in Australia where they can broaden their knowledge. They can develop their professional skills that will allow them to become successful, and they can contribute better for OUCRU and also for their own future career.
I lead a small team with big ambitions, and we have overcome challenge to build our first clinical database system at OUCRU Indonesia, supporting research in our own country and expanding OUCRU's Indonesia capability.
The best possible outcome for me is seeing that each participant developing through the program, developing their leaderships, and then continuing to develop them after the program. People are focusing on creating positive impacts for themselves, positive impacts for other people around them, and trying to contribute positively to OUCRU as a whole. And for me, that means they're living up to the name that we've coined for the program: make a difference.